And today I'm going to be taking a look at the 1999 Mission Grizzly. So let's take a close look and see what it actually came with. So first off, I have to admit that mine is not a working version, unfortunately. It was working when I first picked it up, but it seems to have stopped now. I think something inside the Action Man has got a little bit corroded with some battery acid. I've tried cleaning up the connectors, but you can't get inside because they're a sealed unit. There's no like screws to undo them and clean the insides and change bits out, unfortunately. But I will try and give you a demonstration of how it worked anyway. So first off, we're going to look at the Grizzly Bear itself. So it is moulded in a brown, like this kind of colour brown, but then it has a lighter paint application applied just to highlight some of the fur, and then obviously we get the black paint on the like web gear and packaging that we've got on here. We've got like a roll and a few little connectors here. If we spin it round, we get this like chainmail that's on his tail with a harness that comes all the way around, and then spin it round again and we get more packs and pouches on the side with lots of lovely detail all the way through this. The face on the bear is painted really well. It has a scar like Action Man does also. Yeah, but the paintwork and the design and detail looks quite nice. The big gun on top doesn't actually rotate or anything, it stays in that one position. I believe it did come with 3 orange projectiles, but I haven't got any with mine to show you, but I can't show you it firing anyway because there's no actual button on the gun to press it when the batteries aren't working. So if you wanted to find the projectiles, you'd have to look at pictures online, unfortunately. Yeah, we do get the Action Man logo and we do get a lot of detailed design work. That's a very big cannon for this bear to hold. But all in all, it's quite a nice piece. We get this wheel on the bottom, and then normally there are rubber bands on these wheels here to help it get a bit more friction traction on the ground. There's your switch to turn it on. Where do the batteries actually change? This whole back comes off here, like where his butt is. If you pull that out, and I believe it's 4 AA's in that one. Now if we move on to the Action Man figure himself, we get this same kind of like chainmail going around the front, where there is like a LED in here. This is a button on the front, which I'll tell you about in a minute. We get like a gauntlet that's moulded on his arm. This doesn't have articulation too much because this is where you steer the bear, and then also this arm just goes up and down, but mine's incredibly stiff. The face that we've got this kind of hat on here, lots of detailing all throughout, not really any paint on it. We do get an Action Man logo on the top, and then he's got this built-in like comms device, which is very, very heavy duty. I mean, that's not breaking anytime soon, is it? And then obviously this style of design for the face that came with the figure. It does come with this belt strap here, which has a knife moulded in. You can't actually take that out, and then some more pouches, a couple of fishies, and then spin it round, and this is where it connects here. So it's very unique to this figure. It's not like you're really going to use that anywhere else. Obviously a canteen moulded on there as well. Then we come down, we've got these green trousers on here. It's just one simple Velcro clip, bit of Velcro there to hold it up, and then we get these boots. I do quite like these boots. They're not too big looking, too bulky looking. I think they fit in well with the figure and definitely will go well on other figures also. In the back here is where you put your big square cell battery, and that's where the connections, I believe it's like leaked when someone's had this figure in the past, unfortunately. But yeah, the screw for that is just underneath this belt, just there, and the whole back just pops off. So obviously because of that, you get no articulation in the waist. Excuse me, can't get my words out. With the legs, you do get the good jointed knees. Obviously they look a little bit ugly, but you get the articulation all the way out to the side as well, which is very nice. So on to how you would actually control the bear itself. The idea is there's 2 settings on the Action Man. So the first one, you'd lift it up to about this far, and that would cause the bear to go forward in whichever direction it's facing, and then you would press it up just a little bit more, and then that would actually cause the bear to rotate. It only rotates in one direction, and it makes a whirring as it spins, a bit like this. And then you've got to basically try and stop it in the direction you want it to, which was incredibly hard, I'll tell you this. It never went where I wanted it to when I had it working. And then to fire the projectile on the top, you just press this Action Man button here and it would fire the missile from there. So it was a great play feature. Unfortunately, mine has broke and I'm not too pleased about that. But the downside to it is once the batteries have gone or it stops working, then you've got no actual way of firing the projectile from there. Obviously then you'd have to take a projectile out the holder and put another one in before you could repeat the process again of lifting it up, of making it go forwards, and then lifting it up a little bit further to make it spin round in a circle, and then press the button to fire. So that was the Action Man 1999 Mission Grizzly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Rawpain reviews.